What's up, Kosi Nation? Like to send a big shout out to Nelly Siwe Vundla for joining the membership. My sister, nice things are coming your way. Ayo, everybody, don't forget to join the membership. You're gonna have special gifts for membership members only. Hey, members only.
You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
What's up, Kosi Nation? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another episode of Kaizer Chiefs Uncut. As you seen the title of the video, man, 5 things we learned from Kaizer Chiefs after this weekend. But first, before we go there, let me congratulate Mtu Shabalala. He's been putting up a few performances, good performances, scored a goal in our last league match against Amazulu. And yes, you know, man, Really, Mufokeng got injured in their match against Siwelele and was stretchered off. So Hugo Bruce decided to replace Rele with Mtu Shabalala. Congratulations to Mtu. And I'd also like to congratulate Uvilagazi Umfundo out there in at the club world at the World Cup, man, at the under 20 FIFA World Cup out in Chile. He's been doing very well. He played his first match against France as a substitute, came on as a sub, put on a performance, got himself the man of the match performance in their 5-0 victory, and now he played very, very well against USA as they progress to the group stages. Congratulations to the Kaizer Chiefs players. We also saw the young man there, Batman, getting a few minutes in all the matches, just a few minutes. So it's good to see, man. It's good to see. And Kosi Nation, I also like to thank everybody that subscribed to the channel. I'm amazed. I'd like to thank everyone, man. We've passed the 10,000 mark and now we are sitting on 12,000. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so, man. And if you like any part of the video, hit the like button. Let's get to it. Number 1, 5 things that we learned from Kaizer Chiefs this weekend. Number 1 thing that I learned is that Kaizer Chiefs is disorganized, man. They are very disorganized at all levels. They are disorganized on the field. They don't know what they're doing on the field. You saw about the penalty shootout. They're disorganized on the technical level. Where's the coach? What's going on? And these guys that are coaching now, what happened there with them putting out Ndwari and he refused? What's that? There's definitely clear signs of being disorganized. And also the coach, Coach Nabi. Where's the coach? The coach is still not fired officially. He still isn't left. We don't know what's going on, man. They're disorganized from all levels, from the top to the bottom. And we're just smiling and we expect these guys to win the league and to win cups. I think it's going to be very difficult with the amount of disorganization that's happening there at Kaizer Chiefs, man. It's amazing. It's amazing. They got the players, but it's not working for now, man. It's not working. They're working against themselves. They keep on shooting themselves in the foot. I don't know what's going on, man. But that's the first thing that we learned about Kaizer Chiefs. They are disorganized on all levels. Number two thing that we learned, especially on the we're talking about the playing field now, on the match. We had a match against Stellenbosch. We lost that match on penalties. Finishing, we lack finishing. We create a lot of chances. All the matches that we played, we should have finished these teams. We should have killed them. Stellenbosch is struggling at the moment. Out of their 9 matches in the league, they only won 1. They lost 5 and they drew 3. But they were able to hold us to 0-0 in 90 minutes. I think that's terrible, man. We need to improve our finishing. I'm still gonna say again, corner kicks. Corner kick. We haven't scored 1 goal from a corner kick since the beginning of the season. In all the matches that we played, including the Cup Confederations and including this one Canning knockout, Black Label knockout match, not 1 goal from a corner kick. We get so many corner kicks. Squaring the ball from the corner kick, heading just one. You know how important corner kicks are, man. I seen last season, Arsenal, they totally destroyed teams using corner kicks, totally destroyed them. You know, so we don't use corner kicks. We don't even take our penalties. In the past 2 matches, I think Marumo should have scored that penalty, won the match. In the next match, we also missed a penalty, should have won that match I think it was Lillepo. So man, it's sad. It's sad that we don't take our chances. We don't finish. Finishing is terrible. We can't even win a penalty shootout. Okay, we won one against Kabuskop, but we should have won this one, man. We had an advantage. I'm disappointed, man. I'm very disappointed in the finishing, lack of finishing from our players, our attackers, our midfielders, defenders. Defenders are supposed to help score goals, man. Corner kicks and those short free. That's where our defenders must come in and score those headers, man. If you could watch other teams, man, Mbogazi scored for Orlando Pirates. Our defenders don't score, man. Come on. Even our attackers don't score. They don't even score when they get a penalty. That's sad. Number 3, the thing that we learned after this weekend is that Oxim Tetwa is actually a good player. I mean, he's been carrying the team actually in the past few matches. In this match against Stellenbosch, he just cemented it. He just showed consistency and the ability to play. He's trying to rise his game, raise it up to the levels of Abonengo Masha and Bokasande in that midfield. He's improved very much, even with the passing, even with going forward. There was a lot of complaints. I heard about Dr. Kumalo complaining that he gets the ball, he wins it, but he plays too much backwards. I think he played very excellent. He even called himself a man of the match. Excellent. Even the match against Amazulu, he could have called himself the man of the match. But the goalkeeper of Amazulu called himself the man of the match in that match last week. So yeah, man, Oxim Tetwa is improved, very, very much improved. And Nyamvuma, Oxim Tetwa, Nyambose, thank you very much, Mfethu. Keep on doing what you're doing, man. Keep on doing what you're doing. Don't stop. Ungapheli moya. Siyabona mfethu ama-teammate wakho. They slack here and there and whatever, man. Yeah, man. That's the number 3. Number 4 thing that I can officially say about Kaizer Chiefs is that they have no faith in the players, man. They have no faith in the players. Once you make a mistake, you are out. They're never gonna trust you again. Once you make a mistake, you are out. I noticed, you remember Yenalo Ndwari played the beginning of last season, played his 7th match was against Mamelodi Sundowns, conceded 4 goals, never to be seen again until yesterday. Till what happened, I don't think it's ever going to be seen again, because rumors, okay, it's not rumors, they say came out and said they had an agreement with him that he's only going to be playing in the Black Label Knockout Cup. And that's crazy, man. If I'm a goalkeeper for a club and they tell me at the beginning of the season that I'm only going to be goalkeeper for that tournament, and then they want to pull me out and put in Bruce, no, can't see what was the deal, man. So some things, man, are crazy. They have no faith in players. Inacio Miguel missed the penalty in the Toyota Cup way back before the season even started. Toyota Cup against Asante Kotoko, he missed the penalty. Never was given penalty duties again. And then they gave it to Serino. He missed it. They say, nah, man, no, you out. You're never gonna get a chance. You know what I mean? And they gave it to Lillepo. He missed it. Now Lillepo is not getting penalties anymore. So they don't have faith in their players, man. If you miss one penalty, doesn't mean that you don't know how to score penalties, man. They should have faith in the guys, man. If you're a goalkeeper, if they score against you, doesn't mean now you should be out now because they scored 1 goal against you. No, they should have consistency and have faith in the guys, man. Should have faith in the guys. They play Duba. If Duba doesn't score, they put him out, and they play Silva. And if Silva doesn't score, they put him out. And if Silva doesn't score, they put in Ashley to play. And if he doesn't score, you know what I mean. Yesterday they cost us that game, and they played that guy Morris. They just put him in just to come miss a penalty. So basically, they just made a substitute, put Morris for him to cost us the game. So disappointed, man. And now the transfer window is finished. So I guess Morris is gonna be there with us for the season. I don't know how the loans deal work, but I'm disappointed in that part of the game, man. And number 5, thing that we learned, that's the 5th thing that we learned about Kaizer Chiefs this weekend, that despite all the disappointments, all the losses, all the draws, all the missed chances, all that, the crowd will always follow Kaizer Chiefs wherever they go, man. Cape Town Stadium was full. The DHL Stadium was full in Cape Town, man. As Brilliant said, wherever Kaizer Chiefs goes, man, the crowd will follow, man. And like I said, it was true, man. You saw, man, Kaizer Chiefs disappointed. A crowd full of Kaizer Chiefs fans from all over the place, not just from Cape Town. I saw the Tembisa branch. I saw a lot of branches. So way too, they went down, man. They drove down to Cape Town on Friday, man. They took their time and they spent their money to go to Cape Town to watch Kaizer Chiefs. And the people in Cape Town haven't seen Kaizer Chiefs play in a while. They came out, so it was a spectacle. And Kaizer Chiefs were able to lose that match, man. Disappointed a whole crowd, a whole nation to be basic. Like the other shot that I did about Yaya when he said when Chiefs is happy, then South Africa is happy. And I guess South Africa is not happy, man. South Africa is not happy, but the crowds will always follow Kaizer Chiefs. You must watch. Their next match is going to be in the CAF Confederations Cup. I think it's the second round, preliminary round. You must watch. It's going to be packed. Despite them doing all this, disappointing us, it's going to be packed. I'm going to go to the stadium next time they are around. Home game, I'm going to be at the stadium. I always go to the stadium, man. I grew up going to the stadium. Whether they win or they lose, it's part of it's in my blood, man. So, yeah, man, Kosi Nation, I think that's a video. Like I said, if you liked any part of the video, please hit the like button. Thank you for 12,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching the video up to so far. Kosi Nation, love and peace. I'm out.